what we're really going to work on is the server has to tell the person returning where they're serving to first up, so the returner knows where it's coming, so they can focus early and try and be aggressive with the return. Then after that, the server is allowed to do two things differently. They can stand a little bit differently when they're serving down the middle than when they're serving out wide, and let's see if the returner can pick up on that. See if he can recognise what's happening, so that he's reading the server's serve and moving to it before he hits it. So let's start first up with the server will tell the returner where you're serving. That's it. That's great return. So you know where the ball's coming. The returner knows where the ball's coming, so he should be able to play an aggressive return. Now we're going to add perception to it. Now, did you notice anything different, Manny? What was different?
He stood right, and that made me know that he's going to go right side. When he's standing close to the centre, I knew that he's going to.
Is that correct, Dan? Right, that's great, guys. So this is perception being used with serve and return. Traditionally over the years, players have been told to shorten their backswing on the returner serve. What happens now that they're not turning their shoulders at all to return serve. They're just going forward, setting the racket to the ball and hitting it. Why are they not using their shoulders? Because it takes more time to shift a bigger muscle than it does to shift a smaller muscle. So traditionally we used to turn the shoulders for all balls, and for a harder serve we wouldn't turn the shoulders at all. We'd shorten the backswing. But you don't shorten the backswing now. You actually have the same backswing, you just don't turn side on. You just go forward, put the racket to the ball and return the ball. Also, the modern forehand now doesn't have the same length of backswing as the forehand used to have. It's a shorter backswing. It's just set beside you. Why the top players in the world have great returns are two things. One is how wide they start with their feet. You know, when they place themselves to return, they have what's called a wide base. So their balance and stability to change direction is greater. It's a little bit like if you're standing there and you have a smaller base, it's harder to shift things. So they have a lot wider base. Their feet are very far apart and they read the ball very well. So it's important that you pick where it's going. This is where it's going, this is what I'm going to do. You won't always be right. And you do your split step and your lunge to get the other one back and try and keep yourself in the point.